want to kind of talk about something that I think is a really cool idea, and I'm playing around with it. And actually, I'm going to work on it some more, but I wanted to at least introduce it to you today and give you an idea of something that you might want to consider with AI art and using your art generator tools like ChatGPT's DALL E3 and Midjourney Alpha and some of the other tools that are out there. I don't know if you've considered stock images, but that's something that someone introduced to me, one of my mentors, Misha Bazemore, and I was on a session and we were talking about the whole concept of there's a need for just stock images in the world today. And you have, I know there are a lot of stock image tools out there, but just imagine if you can create exactly what you want and or take a different take on something that already exists and begin to create stock images for just different oh my goodness, characters or different people or organizations or just whatever you feel would make a really stock image photo. And so what came to me, I was thinking about just African American women. um, Primarily my focus is on creating positive images that showcase African American people in general, but particularly women, because my trademark brand is Girls in Finance. So, with when I consider that, I'm always looking at opportunities where I can show positive, good, motivating images, I should say, or inspirational images, because I want to ensure that there are just really good, high quality, and positive, favorable images for young Black girls or young African American girls. And so I do a lot of diverse images from time to time. I do that as well on occasion, I should say, but primarily I target creating images that are going to be an inspiration and represent African American young girls and women well. So I'm going through just some of the images that I created earlier. And again, with this idea of stock images in mind, just giving you some idea. And I went in the focus area of just careers. I wanted to just kind of identify different careers. And I didn't do a whole lot of work to do this. And so that's what I'm always trying to show you when we are on these lives. I want you to use your tools, your AI tools, and come up with quick and easy ways to get things done. And this is a great example of that. And essentially, all I did was just expressed what it is that I need from ChatGPT. And I said, let's see, I'm trying to go back as far as I could go to just kind of demonstrate to you what the actual request that I made. Okay, so I started here. I said, please give me a list of corporate professions that I might consider for this project. And the project itself was just in creating stock images. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit more here. ChatGPT actually, before I scroll down, says for a stock image portfolio showcasing African American professional women, Consider including a variety of corporate professions that highlight leadership, expertise, and diversity across industries. Here's a list of professions for you. And so, first, ChatGPT 4 gave me an actual list of the type of images that I should consider creating. So it gave me CEO, it gave me lawyer, doctor, medical professional, engineer, accountant, IT professional, marketing director, human resource manager, architect, entrepreneur, and the list goes on. So and then I came back and I said, can you give me prompts showing a close up view depicting African American women in these professions while maintaining the same high quality as the image provided? I guess I was speaking of the previous images that had been shown. But anyway, ChatGPT said certainly. And for the very first prompt, I'll go through a few of these here. But for the very first prompt, it's a close up illustration of an African American woman exuding confidence and leadership. She has a subtle smile, her eyes filled with determination. She's dressed in a sophisticated blazer over a blouse with minimalistic yet striking jewelry. The background suggests a modern office setting with a glimpse of the city skyline through a window. So that's the first one. And then the second one is the lawyer, a detailed portrayal of an African American woman lawyer in a courtroom setting with a focus on her confident, composed expression. She wears professional attire, a tailored suit, and holds a legal document. Her gaze is direct, symbolizing her readiness to advocate fiercely for her clients. I won't read through all of these. The main point here I want you to see is that you can really use ChatGPT 4 as your assistant in this sense. And while I'm in ChatGPT 4, we could have actually maybe, how do I say it? We could have gone into DALL E3, the art generation tool that is a part of ChatGPT 4. However, when working with getting text information and I knew that I would be creating prompts or getting ChatGPT to give me prompts, I focused in ChatGPT 4. Now, if I were doing more images, I would have started in DALL E3. Nevertheless, you can still get images from ChatGPT 4. And so I again started here because I knew the bulk of my work would be with getting the text and the prompts and all and the instruction correct. And so I went back and forth a little bit with ChatGPT in terms of kind of guiding it again to gain a more clear focused. But for the very first image, it gave me here is this one is showcasing an African American woman lawyer, and it's in the exact same order as what I asked for previously. And so it showed me the lawyer, and I think I asked it to generate again. It gave me another lawyer. And then I went on and I asked it to continue, and it gave me a doctor, and then women engineers here. And it kind of got off track a little bit because it gave me three images, but I just kept going until, and again, sometimes you just have to keep feeding the instruction until you get it back on track. You can see right here where I said, please depict a single model in the image and maintain all the changes I've made. And as you're creating instruction and you go through this process, you just might find that it's going in a little bit different direction than what you wanted. So you might have to redirect, and that's okay. Just if you're not getting what you want, just talk clearly in your texting and explain what it is that you need. But you'll see that it gives me, it finally kind of sort of gets on track. On this image here, it kind of mirrored the same image. You see what the lady in front, in I guess an engineer construction. What does it say here? Let's see, as a woman engineer, but it also modeled and gave a second image of her. It'll do that sometimes, but usually if you continue and you kind of guide it and say, oh, I need one image, and a lot of times you can get it back on track. And once I got it back on track, it just from that point on just kind of flowed. Here it gave me a rendering of a financial analyst, and following that, another rendering of an IT professional. So I wanted to just show you what I've been working on and give you some ideas of things that you can do. I won't go through all of these. Gave me some pretty good images here. I thought they were really well. I really like this firefighter here, but because I wanted careers, I wanted some images that I can actually sell as stock images, and there's a need for stock images of Black people in general, or African American people in general, and there's a need for even women in professional careers, or whatever careers. And so with the tools that we now have with AI, you can start to create a whole new world for your community, for even organizations or companies, businesses, if they need diverse images of some type, you can actually begin to create these for other people. And this young lady, I mean, this image here, this young lady, she's a veterinarian, then a chef. It goes on and on. And then at one point, it got down here, I just kind of started to change the hairstyles a little bit. I added in some blonde styles when you get on down to the end here. I'm scrolling along just so I can kind of see, let you see how I kind of started to change up the styles. I got a film director here. But again, the whole point of all of this is to look for places where there is a need and see how you can fill the need. For me, I know there's a need for stock images that depict and reflect African Americans and the culture. I can remember as recent as a year ago, I bought some stock images, and they were not nearly as good as these. They were kind of cartoonic, but they weren't the best images. But that's just what was available. AI just hadn't broadened to the extent that it has today. So now you have this opportunity to create your own images, to create images for other people, to sell your images on various platforms. And so that's just something for you to think about. And at within my organization, my brand is Girls in Finance. We really focus on putting opportunities out there and materials out there to help young women become more confident in the area of finance. And now we've expanded this to include the AI world, combining the two, where a young person can start to monetize and create a supplemental income. Is just so valuable. It's just really ideal in today's world. So again, I'll pick up with this again tomorrow. Didn't have a lot of time today uh, to spend on this topic and working on this. I had worked on it earlier and wanted to just jump on and give you some idea of what I'm working on today and give you something that you can consider, um, doing something similar. Look for where there is a need and see if there are stock images that you can create to fill that need. And that's all I have for you today. I think I'm going to leave it here. We'll pick it up again another time and just expand this a little bit further. I hope you're having an excellent, excellent day today. And go do something creative and imaginative and something that fills a need that's out there. I think that's the biggest uh, suggestion or tip that I have for you today. Okay, take care, and we'll talk again and follow up on this another time. Have an amazing day. And if you are in need of just a guide to help you with creating various images of African American women, if you've struggled with hairstyles or have struggled with skin tones, all of that, we're a very diverse group, and it's a wonderful artistic space to be in. But if you are need some help with writing prompts to create the images that you want, certainly look at most of my descriptions that I have on YouTube for my videos. I usually will offer a prompt guide in there to help people who are struggling with African American images. It's just has about, I want to say about 40 different designs in there, and it actually will give you ideas to create other hairstyles and skin tone. But check it out. I hope it's helpful, and I will talk with you another time. Have an amazing rest of the night. Take care.